If you've been watching the Chicago Bulls and if you've been watching the Breeze, you know that I've been big on Ayo, who we've heard little about in the last couple of weeks. But we've heard about everybody else. So what's going on? Let's talk about that and more right now. Listen, if you're new to the channel, it's your boy Pkidd with the Windy City Breeze, talking Chicago sports, how Chicago talks. You know what to do. You know who I am. Let's get into the video. Listen, we've seen players like Coby White get a 3-year, $36 million with incentive, $39 million contract, as reported by Daniel Greenberg. We've seen Julian Phillips get a contract with 2 or 3 years guaranteed. He's pretty much locked into about 2026 with some player of option, whatever. This is not that type of video to talk about his freaking contract. We've seen Dalen Terry a bunch in, getting his workout or lack thereof, however you want to look at his performance in Summer League. We've seen everybody but Ayo. Where's Ayo? There's a where's Marco type thing going on there, but that's a different thing. Like, where is he at and what's going on with that? We've seen Marko Simonovic actually get dismissed, basically. Like, the Bulls didn't bring him in. So is Ayo following the same path? Is this something to be concerned about? Is he even going to be given a starting role? Now, here's the thing. If we don't see Ayo, it's probably because he didn't feel as if he would get the opportunity that he felt like he deserved on the Chicago Bulls. And I couldn't agree more. To be honest with you, I think that he is someone who deserves a shot at least being a key piece off the bench. But when you look at the players that we've brought in, you look at Javon Carter, you look at what they're trying to do with Coby White, you look at them, taking the flyer on Dion Waiters and things of that nature, you start to fill out the fact that, okay, we're getting some shooting. We signed Phillips. We're pretty much shoring up all these other spots. And the one spot in which you think he would compete for, he has to already deal with Alex Caruso sometimes being in the point guard position. He has to now deal with Javon Carter, who's a veteran at this particular time at the point guard position. He has to sometimes deal with the rumors of Coby White being played at the point guard position. Is Ayo going to get that same opportunity? What's happening? What's going on? And I think that's ultimately the biggest thing and biggest question there. So at the time of this video being recorded, there has been very little, if not none, no news, on Ayo Dosunmu. Now, should he not be accept his qualifying offer? Now, mind you, he was extended a qualifying offer. So this could be a situation in which, speculation-wise, he is trying to negotiate what that looks like with the Chicago Bulls. And according to how Andre Drummond's situation worked out, it could be something in which he's probably trying to talk to Billy, like, hey, man, what's happening with this tick, though? What's happening? How are you going to utilize? How are we playing this, right? And if you're someone who put yourself in his position, you feel as if you have more to offer than how you're being utilized, you would probably want to explore that. And I can't fault him for that. Some people would be stupid in this particular situation and be like, well, the money, this, that, and the other. Shut up. Like, at the end of the day, these players are trying to actually do and be all they can be in their particular roles and showcase their ability. Sometimes betting yourself is the right thing. And at his point and at his level, and his stage of his career, he couldn't take that risk because he's not in a Dennis Schroeder situation where maybe he's getting offered $80 million. He's turning it down because he wants to prove that he can be in a bigger role. He's not being offered that type of money. I can guarantee you he's not being offered that type of money. So at this particular point, why not take a flyer and bet on yourself? If that's the situation, this is all speculation because, again, we've heard little to nothing on that at the time of this recording. It could be a situation in which maybe the offer they gave him was crap. Like, hey, I know I can get more somewhere else. I'm not signing now. I don't want nothing to do with that. Maybe he can make more overseas. And then some players actually do make more overseas. Maybe that's the route he goes, right? You have to look at it from more than just, oh, I want to play in the NBA. There's a lot of other places to play where you can get the bag and actually take care of yourself and play and start and get looks and find your way back in the NBA. It's more common now than it's ever been. I'm not saying that that's what it is, but I'm saying if I'm Ayo and I have, I'm looking at the situation that the Bulls are in, I'm looking at how they're shaping up that particular roster and what they're doing with it, it's something I would consider. Flat out, something I would consider. Because I do feel between him and Coby White, he's a better prospect. I do feel like he has more potential in that regard. Doesn't mean I think Coby White's a bad player. I just think Ayo has more potential in that regard. I do. I really do feel that way. If I felt that way and I was him, maybe I do something different. But I want to hear your thoughts, man. What do you think is the issue? What do you think is leading to us not hearing so much about Ayo? What's leading to us not hearing anything more in regards to his contract, any disputes or things of that nature? Put that in the comments. I want to hear from you, man. I want to hear what you would do. I want to hear what you think it is. I want to hear all of it. Whether it's love, whether it's hate, put it in the comments. I'll be there with you. Till next time. Peace.